I kind of like the SEC having divisions though, and they're bringing in Texas.
Right, because it's the only
Oklahoma.
chance that Florida has to make an SEC.
Yeah, I kind of like the SEC having divisions though, and they're bringing in Texas.
Right, because it's the only
Oklahoma.
chance that Florida has to make an SEC championship.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I really appreciate like not having to play at Alabama every year.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is not the intro. Wait, I mean, Carrie, you're a Patriots fan. You're kind of like you're kind of not a sadist. You're a masochist. So wow. You could watch the Patriots play football and then punish yourself even more by drinking Heineken.
Yeah, I was just complaining to the play call with my dad. You know, like I don't know what's up with McDaniel, man. Like I don't know if he's getting too cute. I don't know what he's doing, but
he stopped drooling. He needs more nicotine.
Yeah,
he needs something.
Listen, it was a good week for Zach Stradamus.
It was
a good week.
I'm taking the Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks as well.
If Trevor was actually a Bucks fan, he would say Bucks by 50.
I'm not a fan.
Maybe he is a Bucks fan, and that's why he didn't say that. Because every time he says by 50, any team by 50, they lose. It's practically become my motto this year. I don't believe in love.
I mean, if you're an Eagles fan, you probably should hate yourself because.
Is it flipped around?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Barely Football Podcast. We're in the off season. It's the first episode of the off season. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We're talking top 20 players in the NFL. But first, we got to say hi to our hosts. First, we have a man who's got his Waldo hat on.
Here he is.
Really trust God. How we doing?
I'm good, man. I'm really good. How are you doing? Down in Fort
good.
Myers, taking some time off Tampa. It's a little stressful up there, too much traffic.
How you doing, Carrie?
It's been lovely. I was just living my life. This guy just showed up in my apartment. Now he just won't leave. He's gonna be here. Yeah. I was like, let me in. Do it solid.
So obviously we got a lot of stuff going on in the NFL right now, with the franchise tagging, trades, all that stuff. Anything you guys want to talk about before we get into all the stuff going on?
Before we even get our drinks, Zach?
I was going to get to it.
All right. I want to say, I feel like it was a crazy day. When you think about, 2 years ago, you told me, the Seahawks were to cut Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs in the same day. I'd be like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy to cut two safeties.
Adams fell off pretty far, though.
And they're both, Diggs is still pretty good. You don't want to have to pay him as much to franchise him, though. So that kind of makes sense.
And they also cut Will Disley, too. I feel like they're trying to do, a mini rebuild kind of Seattle.
Yeah.
I feel like Geno, this is probably his last year there. Get a younger quarterback next year. They got a lot of talent, so they got a bright future.
You think they could surprise draft a quarterback around 20?
I would love Penix going there.
I would love
but I don't think it'll happen. But
I think I've actually seen that.
With a new coach, you never know, if Geno's his guy or not.
Anything can happen.
That's
Anything
true.
can happen. So what are you guys drinking tonight?
Two shots.
Yeah, we're both going to take a shot at tequila because we had some tacos for dinner. So
it's Taco Tuesday.
I had nachos for dinner.
Wow.
Oh, look at that, It's real Tuesday. The salt is too far away, so I'm just going to pretend that there's salt on my hand.
Do you want me to get it?
No, it's not worth it, bro. I'm just going to lick my hand like there's salt on it.
Cheers to Zach.
Cheers to... These are fun episodes, dude. Cheers to the top 20 players in the NFL.
Cheers to top 20
These
players
are fun episodes. These are very fun episodes.
Wow. All right. It's beer time.
All right. Well, I'm going with something pretty fun. Carrie blessed me with this. Shake, rattle, and oats. Oat cream India Pale Ale with milk sugar.
Sugar?
With milk sugar.
Yeah. With milk
What's
sugar.
milk sugar?
I don't know. Hopefully it's sweet. Hopefully it's like a. It says it's good to shake it, so it's white.
Idiot. Goodness, everywhere.
It says
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it's also not good, but I'm gonna drink the whole thing.
I saw when you did that, Trevor. I saw Carrie's eyes literally go bloodshot red. Like
I saw it on YouTube.
I'm
not
not
Carrie's high.
I'm about to beat him with a bat. Like, look at my floral dirty. All right, I'm going with
the bat.
I'm going to the Turning Violet Blueberry Sour with Mayor Lemon. True Worth. I know I'm holding it a weird angle, but the special thing, me, Trevor, and Jared with a baseball game. We got beer bats, so I'm going to drink some of the beer bat tonight.
You gonna have a beer bat?
Beer bats are lovely,
Nice.
and I won't spill it on the floor like some people.
So, guys, I want you to try and guess what I'm having tonight while Carrie tries to figure out how to pour a beer. Okay, so I'll give you a hint. 1, it's a Mexican beer, and 2, it's a type of Mexican beer that I typically don't like, or a
Dos
brand I
Equis?
typically don't like.
Dos Equis?
Wrong. Come on, guys.
Corona?
There we go.
No,
So
I like
I'm
it.
having a Corona Familiar.
Ooh.
I actually like this version of Corona. I don't know why this isn't just a normal one. This is so much better than a normal Corona.
Has it been sunnier there where you're staying at? Has the weather been cleared up a little bit?
It's been very cloudy.
It's been amazing here, like the last 2 weeks probably.
It's Florida, dude. When
Is that why
when
you've
it
been playing golf?
Yeah, dude. I'm actually pretty tan right now. I've just been out golfing. I had my best score ever, and then I played the next day and shot 15 strokes worse. I thought somebody was just
Yeah,
coming in the door.
me too.
No,
That freaked me out. That was a nice start to the day.
it's 9 p.m.
And joining the podcast, we have special off-season host Zane Smith.
Yes, a White Claw, straight from the
Again with a White Claw?
Ain't no
He
laws.
always drinks White Claws. That's all he does.
no
I guess
laws.
so.
There's no laws. That's
Ain't
kind of
no laws.
scary, brother.
That's all he does. So, Zane's
Dude,
drinking White Claw. I'm having Corona. Carrie's having a sour, and Trevor's having an IPA.
Dude, Carrie, I love that.
That's what India Pale Ale is. Oh my god!
You know that?
Oh no!
How did you not know that?
You're on
Okay.
Trevor, you're on a
He's
beer
not
pod.
Beerly. He is not Beerly.
You didn't know that?
No, I feel like Taylor. It's not the last.
You never asked. You never asked yourself IPA. Like, what does it stand for?
The thing is, I know India Pale Ales. I've drank those before, and I was like, I don't like pales, and nothing.
That is crazy.
Wow. Okay, you learn something new every day. All right.
Reckon so.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
How did you
Yeah.
not learn that in college? Like,
I don't think we drank.
I didn't even like beer when I got to college. I remember we would go to North Lake and hang out with y'all, and y'all would give me a beer, and I would just sip on it for 30 minutes until it got warm and just try to pour it out or something.
That's so true. I got
Maybe
mad at you
some
once.
rosé or something, bro.
I got mad at you once, Trevor, because you literally left almost a full beer
Probably
sitting
was
there
a
on the
full
counter.
beer, dude.
And
Yeah.
now you're on a beer podcast.
I just wanted a rosé,
Wow.
dude. That whole time, I just wanted some rosé.
Yeah,
all
you
right, so a lot of news going on in the NFL today, really. Michael Pittman franchise tagged by the Colts. Patriots franchise tag safety Kyle Duggar. Bears place franchise tag on cornerback Jalen Johnson, coming off a great year for him. Seahawks released Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs, like we talked about earlier. Jaguars have franchise tag Josh Allen. Dalton Schultz has re-signed with the Houston Texans. There's so much news.
honestly, as a Patriots fan, I'm saddened by this recent news.
Zane, kind of a pretty big night for you. The Bucks
Antoine-
got Mike Evans back for 2 years and franchise tagged Winfield. Two
Yeah.
of their best players, so
It's not bad.
good time to be a Buck.
Heck yeah.
Justin Madubuike also franchise tagged by the Ravens.
I was worried about them losing.
Giants did not use a franchise tag on Saquon Barkley. He is likely headed somewhere else.
He's such a Charger, dude. Or a Texan.
It was time.
Panthers
Raiders.
tagged Brian Burns. Steelers.
I heard they were close on a deal with Brian Burns, but
Guess he didn't get burned by Burns.
Do you guys agree that
Broncos officially released Russell Wilson. L'Jarius
yeah.
Sneed was tagged. Dolphins not tagging Christian Wilkins. A lot of cool stuff from the combine. If there's anything you guys want to talk about there, and then obviously Mike Evans getting re-signed to the Bucs, seemingly getting a little bit of a hometown discount with that deal. So a lot of news to talk about. What of all that gets you interested the most? Gets you want to talk?
nothing was like super interesting. I guess it's kind of like fun to toy around with like where could Russ go? Is there anywhere he might start potentially, or is there a team that might draft the rookie and bring Russ in? I don't know. There's not a lot of places that's like a fit for a guy like that who hasn't like showcased anything like super outstanding.
I don't think he'll be.
Past few years.
I see a scenario where he's not a starter. I just
me
don't.
too.
I don't love anywhere for him to go right now.
What about Pittsburgh?
I keep seeing reports every other day. They're like, Pittsburgh doesn't want veteran quarterbacks. Then they're like, Pittsburgh wants veteran quarterbacks. Then they don't.
What about Vegas? Where's Jimmy G right now?
Free agent. Jimmy G will be like Aaron Rodgers' backup. Him or Tannehill. Gotta have a veteran behind him. But I don't know. As a Patriots fan, I'm just sad. I wanted one of Higgins, Evans, or Pittman. Literally the three best wide receiver free agents already gone before free agency starts. I thought Evans might leave. Were you scared at all, Zane? That he'd leave? You were muted, sir.
You're muted, sir.
My bad. So here's the deal with Mike. Like
Mike?
I understand all the journalists, like Deadspin came out and they were like, yeah, like the Bucks finally came to their senses. I mean, it's a lot of money we gave them. So I don't know about y'all. He did make a lot of clutch plays, especially later in the season. Middle of the season, he looked tired. He looked so damn tired. And I don't know. Does he make it all 2 years? I mean, that's what I'm worried. I guess that's what I'm worried about more than anything is, I love Mike Evans. I want him to stay. The issue is did we just use up a lot of our cap space for something where we could have, gone in and gotten somebody a bit younger? I don't know.
I think they were if they were sold and set on Baker Mayfield, then that required them like if we're gonna keep Baker for at least a couple more years, like we have to make sure Mike is gonna be here too, because Mike worked well for like 6, 7, maybe even 8 weeks straight to like finish the year off. But I'm glad, like as of like with credit to what you're saying, at least it's a 2-year deal.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, that's why I'm not too worried about it.
He's
the
not
other
like
thing,
declining by any means. Like nobody would say he was declining. I agree. There were some points there.
He definitely did not fit. He did not
he
finish
looked tired.
strong.
So
He did not have been in the
if you
playoffs.
just paid attention, if you just watched the games, because I watched them all season, so he'd have to sit out every like 2 plays because he was just gassed. He was gassed. And I understand a lot of that was because they had him running streaks. They had him running, go routes. I get it.
Running
But
nines.
at the same time, like he looks gassed. He looks old. And now might be the time where you kind of I get it. He can still run on the outside a little bit, but I mean now's the time where you kind of say, all right, well maybe we should just stick him in the slot, kind of like Larry Fitzgerald did later in his career,
Mm-hmm.
Baker's going to get a lot of that cap too if he most likely goes back there.
Yeah, but I mean, the news I was hearing was that Mike Evans was only going to give him a discount if they brought Baker back. So.
Well, did you hear what they were going to bring Baker back for?
It's like $35 a year, maybe.
It's like $40 million annually.
Come on, bro. 40 for how many years?
That's what. And see,
I believe 3.
that's what worries me.
But it also depends on how the contract's structured. What if that's not guaranteed money? What if that's incentives?
That's
I wouldn't do
fair.
more than
That's
3
fair.
years.
Make it back to the playoffs. Hey, you know what? If it is incentives, if it's incentives like that, I have no problem with it. Like if he gets us back to the playoffs, I have no problem with it.
What
He
happens
gets
if they don't get Baker? Then
Kyle Trask.
Well, they're already pretty much done on the deal.
That's-
I
yeah,
believe
it's
they
like-
just got to sign it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see it more than like if it's 4 years, like I won't say anything, but
I
I
think
would
it'd be
prefer it to be 3 or 2.
I believe
Yeah.
it is a 3-year deal that they're honing in on.
Yeah.
Because
that'd be
The
fine.
structure, I'm not sure about the structure, but my understanding was like about 3 or 120.
That'd be
He's
fine.
almost like 28, I think,
That'd be
around
fine.
there.
Yeah.
I think they should do that, and then not this year draft a QB, but probably in the next 2 years draft a quarterback, just so they can spend a year, under Baker. You know what I mean? Year or
So you
two.
got Kyle Trask, future quarterback, right
No. Trevor, what's your take on Kyle Trask? I've heard some different things from different family members who are Gator fans.
Oh,
Wow, I thought you said something else.
well, like I
No,
honestly think he's like if he like takes his drop and like he delivers a ball like within like I don't know 15, 16 yards, I think he's pretty accurate. I think he can make pretty much every throw, but I do think he has a noodle arm. Like anything like over 35, 40 yards that's going to the outside of the field, I don't trust him to throw those balls. But there was a
So
couple
what you're
times.
saying is he's got a Zach Smith arm.
Wow.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Noodle arm. That's exactly what I would say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would say. But
Rough.
I remember when Baker went down one time this year with an ankle and they were in the red zone. This is like probably the only regular season Kyle Trask throw of the year. But he threw like some like really deep out route to Godwin. And it was a perfect throw, but he didn't get his feet down. But yeah, I mean he's he can't extend the play like Baker can. He can drop back and throw it to his first read or his second read. But, you know, if the Bucs are down, he's not a guy that's going to air it out like Baker and, you know, maybe have to come back.
See, I was worried because in the preseason it looked like he couldn't. It looked like he wasn't going through his reads. I mean, that's what I saw in the preseason.
Mhm.
But again, preseason you're not getting blocks like you are in the regular season. So
And I feel like he could do it with like the supporting cast, like if he had a full season. But I think it would have to be very safe with Kyle Trask, like a very safe offense, very safe throwing the ball.
like a Mike Glennon. Is that what you're trying to say?
Ooh, heavens.
That is a random.
Mike Glennon. This gives me kind of PTSD.
Mike Glennon wasn't terrible. He wasn't good.
Do you remember that year that like was it Josh McCown that like started the whole year and he actually kind of played okay?
Yeah,
I feel like that it would be like that.
yeah, probably. I would agree with that. What about your Jacksonville Jaguars, Zach? Anything happening with them?
I was upset that they didn't get a deal done with Josh Allen. They tagged him, so he's there again next year, but not getting a deal done
Josh
kinda
Allen?
sucks. Huh?
Josh Allen?
Yeah, the real Josh Allen.
Oh, the other Josh Allen.
I'm
sorry.
happy we did not re-sign Calvin Ridley. I'm happy we didn't tag him. I'm happy he's gone. Apparently, a lot of teams want him for a massive contract. So
Zach, who are they going to get though to replace them?
I don't know, some bum off the street. Get Zane Smith out there and team
know,
him back. He'd be
Asai
just as
wants-
productive, and he's got better hands. So
Thank you.
Yeah, that free agent wide receiver class got bad fast once Higgins. Evans,
Yeah.
Who's Ridley's probably the best wide receiver out there.
What
Right?
about Mike Williams?
also, we got rid of Darius Williams, which was kind of weird, releasing him. I understand the reasoning to create cap space, but also he was one of the better corners in the NFL grade-wise by PFF. So, you know, not great there. So I don't know where we go first-round pick. We got a lot of needs we got to fill and not a lot of picks to do it. We don't have a third-round pick this year. So, I mean, my bet would be go O-line and then probably cornerback. I don't know. If you can end up trading back to get like an early second and a late first or something like that, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we got too many needs we got to fill. Now we might go crazy in free agency. I don't know what's going to happen. I was hoping Jalen Johnson wouldn't get tagged or re-signed, but he got tagged. So
I saw a funny video. Do you guys think the rumor is that Bears are trading Justin Fields, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say trading a pick.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even a rumor at this point, honestly.
it's
gonna
almost
happen.
guaranteed. Yeah.
I thought it was guaranteed though. I thought it was guaranteed that he was going to be a Falcon. And then like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I don't know what day it was, but like the whole afternoon, everybody was like, "Oh, it's Steelers." But that kind of fell off.
It changes every day.
But it seems like it's most heavily the Falcons. But at this point, I wouldn't be surprised
I
if he
keep-
ended up going to the Steelers.
I
Well,
keep
they-
seeing Kirk to the Falcons last few days.
Kirk, dude,
Stanley's looking at the house there.
don't come to the Falcons, Kirk. Don't do it. Don't stay out of our division, Kirk.
He'd be
Stay out of
great
our
in there.
division.
You'd be
I think-
immediately the best quarterback in that division by a lot.
Hey, hey.
If he might be the best quarterback in the NFC if he's
You
on
got
that
Baker
Falcons.
Mayfield.
If
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins goes to Atlanta and cheats on his wife, he'll win a Super Bowl with that team. That is a
Hey.
talented offense.
Wow.
Did you guys hear Jason Kelsey retired? I know Kerry was sad about that. I had to pick him up off the floor earlier.
Did you really?
Yeah.
He was crying in joy, maybe.
Yeah.
I hate that man. I hate that gorilla. I hate everything he stands
Why
for.
do
Say
you
his
hate
face.
Jason Kelsey?
He's the worst person ever. All he cares about is attention. I don't want to see his fat face anymore. Everywhere I look, Kelsey. And everybody hates Travis Kelsey, which
He seems
usually
way more
happens.
genuine than his brother.
No, Jason's everywhere. Everyone's always posting, Jason took his shirt off. Jason pooped his pants. Jason ate a Frito. Like, I don't
You
care.
know, he's at the Celtics and Cavs game tonight.
Yeah, me and Trevor were just watching the game. Oh, look, the Kelsey brothers sitting in half court. Oh,
And
look.
he's having a pierogi eating contest with Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, I just saw that. Joey
So
Joey Chestnut had 39 pierogies in 2 minutes.
That's awesome.
That's
I love
pretty impressive,
pierogies.
honestly.
Pierogies are so good.
They're
Trevor
pretty
doesn't know
good.
what they are.
I don't know what that is, but I can eat 50 chicken nuggets in 5 minutes and 33 seconds.
I don't believe you.
It's
I can eat.
he
I
did
can eat
that.
30. I can eat 30 orange slices in a minute.
Wait,
So-
can you? Do you just swallow them?
Yeah, no, it actually happened. Yeah, he won
That sounds more impressive than
what
mine.
did you win? Was it a DS?
It was a Nintendo DS Lite.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was like, what is it,
He's
Zach?
like
12,
13 or
13?
14, and I was like 12 or 11 or something.
Yeah,
I
Zach
don't know.
did
Yeah,
too.
that's
Zach did all right.
I finished, I think, third.
I think he did. I think he did finish third.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was like zoink.
It was intense. I mean, you're playing for a Nintendo DS Lite at age 11. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
your life right there. Like, this
Yeah.
is as
Yeah.
close to
That's
professional
everything.
leading
That
as it
is the
gets.
Super Bowl. That is
Yeah,
the
this
Super
was
Bowl.
Zane's Super Bowl. And you know what? He showed up and he performed.
That's right.
Are we ready for our main segment?
Yeah, so Zane, you're going to be kind of judge and jury on this one, okay? So we're doing top 20 players in the NFL.
Very intrigued.
Top 20 players in the NFL. Who wants to go first?
How are we going to do this?
I think we usually do like
three at a time?
Yeah.
Do you want to do 3 at a time?
Yeah, and then we could
Wait,
do
so
our
what is it
top
again?
8.
Top 20 players in the NFL.
Okay. Not by position.
No.
Yeah, just
Right.
top two overall. Like how the NFL does their top 100 list before the season starts.
Perfect.
I have actually a pretty well. Do you guys have any honorable mentions you want to talk about?
Sure. Before we go into our actual top 20, I got 2 honorable mentions. And some people might not be happy with these honorable mentions, but it is what it is. I have AJ Brown and L'Jarius Sneed outside the top 20.
He's also probably 21 for me, but he's an honorable mention. Actually, no, but he's right. He's not 21, but he's right outside. He's probably 22, 23. But
And
AJ
wait.
Brown's outside of my list as well.
Is this how valuable they are?
This is just like the best.
The best players.
Okay.
So he's trying to get the full definition out here.
I'm trying to get it laid out,
Yeah.
Kerry. Trying to get it defined.
The only honorable mention I'll kind of have, which I don't have him at 21 or anything, but I thought about it in top 20 just for you, Zach, but I didn't put him there. But he's getting close to do it. Josh Allen, I thought about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought about it too. I thought about it long and hard, but I couldn't do it
Not
because
him.
I'm an
Josh Allen's
unbiased.
not
I'm
top
an
20,
unbiased
huh?
operator. I'm an unbiased operator.
Josh Allen is pretty. He's getting better, and he's getting up. He's probably top 10 defensive player in the NFL, maybe around there.
Probably around there, yeah.
Wait, so Josh Allen is not one of
Josh
your top
Allen of the
20
Jaguars.
players? Okay,
Yes.
not
Josh Allen of the Bills.
I just wanted to have that clip. Like,
This is so damn confusing.
I know. So many Josh Allens.
my first three are actually pretty entertaining. Three players that I like talking about. Number 20 is oddly interesting because I actually dated a girl that looks like this NFL player. But number 20,
Wow.
Just a guy who effort is on 100, and
This is the number one player? Is that
This is
Number 20. Number 20.
Number 20 on my list. Effort is off the charts. His stats really piled up this year, and he's in on every play, whether he's hitting the quarterback, taking the running back down, and that's Mad Max Crosby is inside of my
He was
top
just
20
off my list. He's probably another honorable mention.
Yeah, but I got Mad Max at number 20. Number 19, 1,000 yards on the ground, 500 yards catching. One of the only consistent parts of that Jacksonville Jaguars offense. He was on my fantasy team this year. Got to reap a lot of his blessings.
What? You got to reap his butt? What are you talking about, man?
His blessings. But Travis Etienne, he's actually one of my favorite players in the NFL. Just
I love him too.
Etienne
he's actually not one of my favorite, but
is
I
a
do
top
think
20 player in the NFL.
He's actually top 19.
He's not in my top 20.
He's not even a top 5 running back. He might not even be top 10 running
You don't
back.
think he's a top 5 running back?
No.
I would put him almost as the same regard as Bijan.
I think he is a top 5 running back. He's behind the worst pass block or run blocking offensive line in the NFL.
He's also a good football. He can
place
rush
to
for 1,000
be in.
yards. He's a good receiver.
I'll put it this way: he led the league, and it wasn't close in yards after contact.
And he's a good receiver too. He's like a guy you just got to
He's
get
a
the
better
ball.
receiver than he is a running back.
Well, this isn't
He's
top 20
literally
running backs. This is top
He's
20
literally
players.
like who Tony Pollard was in Dallas before last year.
Except he's a number
Hey,
one.
Tony Pollard was good.
He's terrible this year.
He was terrible this year. He was really good last year.
As a number 2, he's really good.
Yeah.
I regard Travis Etienne almost as highly as I regard.
Are you
Bijan
biased
Allen.
because his brother played for UF at all?
No, because he went to Georgia. Oh, he's gonna be so nasty there, dude. Oh, he's gonna go for
A lot of Georgia fans are real happy about it. I live around him.
Yeah, he's sick. And at number 17,
18.
Yeah, 18. But
number 18.
Counting's hard, kids.
I got
I
his
got
back on the list
I'm
after
writing it down.
2 seasons ago where he was a little, there was a lot to say about him. I know Zach didn't really like him. But this year really settled down. And even though the spotlight wasn't as big as it was supposed to be in New York this year, I got Sauce Gardner at number 18.
Okay.
The number 1 corner.
I don't know why you say I don't like him.
You
I
don't.
just think
you didn't
he
like him
doesn't
that
come back
year.
in the league. Thought he was a little overrated. Is all.
Yeah. But I agreed with you to an extent that year.
I thought you had
But this year he
Sertan. I
settled
thought you
down
had
a bit.
Sertan as the best quarterback in the league, Zach.
I did.
Not anymore.
No.
We'll see. So at number 20, I got Mad Max. Number 19, Travis Etienne. And number 18, Sauce Gardner. My first 3. Respect me, brother.
I don't.
Alrighty. My number 20 is an effort guy. Okay. He's an effort guy. He played extremely well when he got to play. Struggled with injuries a little bit this year. But you know what?
Is he a gym rat, Zach?
Huh?
Is he a gym rat?
Does he play the game the right way?
Yeah, he plays the game right way. Jim Rat, good in the pass
let him
game,
take
good in
his
the run
arm.
game, does everything right. We're starting off with Kyron Williams. Just going to turn on some highlights while I talk about him.
No.
Kyron Williams, absolute beast. He's strong. He's fast. He gets the job done. If
Kyron
he,
Williams is a better running back than Trevor Etienne.
He was an honorable mention for me. He looks just like the guy that my ex cheated on me with. So I kept him off my list for sure.
So Kyron Williams, I mean, look at another great effort play, what I was talking about there. I like the way this guy plays the game. He is extremely physical for his size. He's quick. He can catch. I mean, look at that.
Reminds me of, Zach?
Look at that. Just extremely great player. I love that guy to death. So was that a bad pick? because I get a lot of hate for my top 20 list. That's not a bad pick, right, guys?
I think that's a bad pick. I think if you put AJ Brown on the honorable mention, you put Kyron Williams at 20.
You put Zach. I'll accept that more than putting ETN in your top 20. He's a better running back than ETN is.
What do you guys think about comparing him to like Doug Martin? I think he's pretty similar.
Dougie?
No, he's a better receiving back than
He's a better receiving back than Doug Martin.
Yeah, Doug was not good with his hands.
Trevor just wanted to inform the audience that Doug Martin has seen Trevor's penis before.
No.
Well,
Okay. We can just move on.
Yes, he has. I remember this.
There's some things.
I remember this. Anyway, so number 2, number 19, I guess. I'm right there with Trevor. I got Sauce Gardner at number 19. Making plays on the defensive backfield, just like Trevor said. Lights weren't as bright as they were supposed to be this year for the Jets, especially their defense, which still played incredible due to the Aaron Rodgers injury and the struggles they had offensively. But Sauce, still a great year. Great break on the ball there. Look at that. Should have been a pick. Probably.
I need one of these points things, Zach. I need one of these. I can tally up your points, kind of like on what is that? Pardon the interruption.
But extremely great player. Had another great year. I thought he was going to have a down year after the year 1 that he had, but it's clear that he's really good. He's here to stay. And so that is who I have at 19. Any hate from that pick?
No, I don't.
No hate from that pick.
I don't have him top 20, but he's in my honorable. He'd be like my first one out.
Dude, I just
okay, this one I might get hate for how low he is. Okay, but I think he had quite a down year from what everyone was expecting. So at 18, I've got a guy who a lot of people consider to be the best defensive player in football right now. Not me. This is just a lot of people say this about this guy. He's good, and I think he can be great given, the development and the time that gets put in and the right scheming on defense. But I'm not sure it's going to get done where he's at right now. I'm not sure if he's ever going to get to that level to where everyone expects him to be playing for the team he's playing for. Does anyone have a guess on who it is?
Like halfway when you were talking, I thought it was Micah Parsons, but then you started talking about he's not going to succeed in that scheme. So I don't think it's going to.
It's Micah Parsons.
Wow.
We got Micah Parsons. I don't think he's going to get to his peak in Dallas. I don't think he's ever going to reach his peak in Dallas. But he is high motor, extremely good pass rusher, exceptional run defender when he gets his opportunities. A little bit of a down year from what everyone was expecting from him in terms of his production. But I think that has less to do with him and more to do with team scheming around him and
he was the either highest or second highest double team pass rusher this year.
So, but Micah Parsons at 18, still a very talented player, just not as high as probably some people have him in their top 20. There you go.
Gary's turn.
No,
I'm surprised you haven't peed that much yet.
no. We're doing it till later.
Dude, I'm going to smack you after you say number 17.
Why?
Just go. Just say number 20.
Why 17?
That's the only one I saw, and I just don't like it.
You've had him on there a lot.
Okay, then maybe it wasn't 17.
All right. Number 20. This is the one, maybe. This one I don't think anyone will ever put in their top 20, but I have him as the best safety in the NFL.
Kyle Hamilton?
No. Kyle Hamilton's up there. This guy's kind of under the weather, but got a huge contract. People thought he wasn't going to do great, but he had a great season last year with Falcons. I got Jesse Bates as number 20.
I almost put him in, Kerry. I really did. I like that pick. I like that pick. I respect it.
Take it. I think he's better than Minka at this point. Minka kind of a down year last year with his standards, but I think right now I got Jesse Bates higher. But underrated pick, I like that one though as a sleeper. All right, number 19. For me, this could have gone with either players. Both of you put him in honorable mentions for the other guy I'm thinking of, A.J. Brown. Both of these guys are very similar to me, CeeDee Lamb and A.J. Brown, but I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb at 19. He had an absolute incredible season last year. He had an awful playoff game against Green Bay, but
I don't think he had an
awful
game.
first half.
It was his quarterback, let's be honest.
First half.
But CeeDee Lamb made Dak Prescott look like Joe Montana out there. CeeDee Lamb, absolutely incredible season. He was arguably a top 3 worst wide receiver last year.
Yeah, he
So
did have an amazing season.
yeah. And do you guys have Devontae in your top 20?
No.
No.
We'll see.
I got hate for not putting him in my top 20 at the beginning of the year, and he's not there again.
He's
All
gonna
right.
play with Aiden O'Connell, dude. Come on.
I think this is it. This is the one he saw.
Yeah, this is definitely it.
Number 18. I might get hate for this.
You will.
He's the 5th best quarterback in the NFL, and I put quarterbacks high on this list. He had an absolute great rookie season, probably the best rookie season we've seen. I got C.J. Stroud, number
God
18.
damn it, Carrie. God damn you.
He turned that team around. He made Nico Collins and Tank Dell look like they're Randy Moss and Calvin Johnson. He led his team to playoffs, won a playoff game his first year. C.J. Stroud is the next best quarterback in the NFL. Get ready for it.
I don't mind that pick. I know.
I'll hear-
Wild. 1 year?
Hey, I'll make both of you a bet.
Okay.
You said top 20 now, right? You said top 20 now, right?
By the end of next season,
He
by the
didn't
end,
say top 20 now. He said number 18. Ow.
18. What would either of you bet me that C.J. Stroud will both be in your top 20s? By
So
the
you
end
guys don't think CJ Stroud is more valuable than Sauce Gardner?
Oh, he's definitely more valuable, but
It's not. That's
he's not a better
not
player.
the question. That's not the question. That's not the question to ask.
So what is the question to ask?
The question
best
is
player.
he a better player at his position than Sauce Gardner is at his position?
Is he
I would
not?
say no.
Oh, okay.
Cornerback's the hardest position in football.
Okay, Richard Sherman.
It is. Objectively, it is.
You know I love CJ. Got him at 18. It's going to be another big year.
I knew you were going to have him on this list. I knew it.
MVP season. He's my new Herbert, honestly. I'm going to be hyping him up for time to come. Sorry, Herbie. Herbie, you do not make the list, sadly.
Okay. Trevor, who you got? 17 through 15.
You know, if we ever get bored doing this, we should make like a top 50 or a top 100.
That would take a long
But,
time, sir.
At number 17, it's a player that's already been brought up, and I wish I could have put him higher, but this top 16 is just amazing. And I'll just say it. I'll just ride with it. But at number 17, I got CeeDee Lamb. Just an incredible season. Started off hot and just kept getting hotter all year. Ton of touchdowns, ton of yards, ton of receptions. Broke a lot of Cowboys records, which is a hard thing to do for a receiver. But he looked unguardable this year, and I think he'll keep it flowing into next year. Shout out to Brandon Cooks too, a good addition into that offense to help free up CeeDee Lamb a little bit.
Do you guys have any linemen on this list?
Number 16, Penny Sewell.
Oh,
Wow.
there you go.
I like
said
that pick. I don't have him on my list, though.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best players in football. He's probably, I would say Trent Williams is better. As we'll get there. But if you're taking an offensive lineman from today moving forward, if that's the question,
Yeah, he's
Sewell is
obvious
the
pick
easy
there.
answer. And at number 15, definitely still a top 20 player, but a guy that took a step back this year. Still tremendously effective. There's nothing wrong with being the 15th best player in the NFL, and that's Nick Bosa.
Okay.
Nick Bosa at 15.
Remember when Zach and Nick Bosa like 3? Couple years.
Remember when he was defensive player of the year? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What did him at 4?
What did he do?
What
this
did
year?
I say? What did I say? I said.
What did he do? What did he do this year?
What did I say?
Nick
What did he
Bosa
do this
not a
year?
good-
He had a pretty good year.
No, he didn't.
Wait, this year?
Yeah, he was not that good this year. Nick Bosa's had one
No,
great
Zach
year.
didn't put him on at the beginning of this year. He put him on the year before.
No, I'm just saying. What did Nick Bosa do this year?
Oh yeah, he definitely took a step back this year. But
He had a step
He's only
back.
had one great year, so he's been fine. He's not been that. People have him as the best defensive player in the NFL. I don't even think he's. I don't have him in my top 10
top 10 what?
defensive players. I might take Josh Allen over Nick Bosa.
Oh,
Maybe. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I'm close.
oh.
I'd take Aiden Hutchinson over Nick Bosa, and I'll ride that to death.
So at 15, I have who did I just say?
You said Bosa.
Nick Bosa. 16, Penny Sewell. 17, CeeDee Lamb. 18, Sauce Gardner.
We have to read them all again.
Travis Etienne, 20, Mad Max. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that. I don't know why I'm doing that.
We usually do that at the end, but I
Yeah.
guess we're getting ahead of
I
yourself.
don't know why people.
Yeah.
Alrighty. My turn?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Alrighty. here we are. 17. 17, you guys know I'm a sucker for defensive players. This guy is an absolute leader of his defense. Great linebacker. The best linebacker in football. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Don't do it.
You guys know.
Paul
He's gonna
Puslesny.
say Foy.
No, he's not.
Roquan.
No, it's Roquan Smith. No, he's not the best linebacker in football. I lied. But Roquan, very good linebacker.
I forgot about him.
How did you forget about him? Look at this.
Yeah,
Breaking him down. Boom!
Is he close to your number one middle linebacker, Zach? Or
He's number 2 right now.
I know I'm saying, is it close between him and number one? I know you're number one.
Yeah, it is.
It's closer than it used to be, I feel like.
Yeah, a lot closer than it used to be. Look at that. Just the speed. Look at that. It's
Yeah, that was
incredible.
fast. And that was your boy Stroud. Just saying.
Yeah, I thought he had escapability. What
He's
are we
doing all
talking
the
about
well.
here, guys? What are we talking about? Yeah, so I have him at 17. Hold on, I got my tabs all mixed up here. At 16, I have a guy who is also very good, plays with the man. I have Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, I like that.
Back-to-back ratings.
Did you want to?
Give me that ball. Kyle Hamilton, exceptionally good safety, very good in pass coverage, very good tackler, which is really what you want to see out of the safety. He can cover a lot of ground in a very short amount of time. Look at that pass tip from Roquan.
Yeah,
Bam, big hit by Kyle Hamilton.
He's a unicorn, to be honest.
Would you take Winfield or Hamilton, Trevor?
Also take Winfield, but Hamilton's up. He's top 2. He's top 2.
I think Hamilton's better.
He's top.
He's
He's top 2.
Hamilton's. This is his second year, right? I think
The top
Second
3
or
safeties.
I
third?
believe so.
all-
Yeah, I believe it's his second
And
year.
how long's Winfield been around? Like 3 or 4. Maybe?
3 or 4, yeah.
Draft is worse.
But I
Did you
mean,
guys
he
all
can
say-
blitz the quarterback. He can
He's
cover
tall,
the
too. He's
field.
got a
I
big
mean, he's
body.
everything you want in a safety and more.
I just can't believe he slid so far in the draft. I think it was over injury concerns from Notre Dame, but like he
yeah.
was great coming out of college too, and he's still I forget how low he was. I think he's a first round pick for late.
I didn't like putting this guy on the list, but I felt like I had to for no other reason than his name alone. We have
Well, he
Derrick
signed-
Henry at 15.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to bring him up. I would have brought him up
Still.
if I brought up Kyron Williams.
I think Derrick Henry's over.
I mean, he still had a pretty good year.
Yeah, he had a good year.
Is he
yeah.
free? He's not a free agent, is he?
He is.
He is.
Yeah.
Where do you guys think he's going to end up?
Let's go Bucks.
I could see
No,
him
it's
as,
probably Dallas.
Dallas, Philly, Baltimore.
Do you know what?
He's ring chasing at this point in his career.
This is way too early for fantasy football for next year. But TJ Sharp, Tennessee running back,
yeah.
I am taking him high
Is
next
it
year.
TJ or Tajay?
Tajay?
He's good.
He's
It's
gonna have
Tajay.
he's gonna have a big year next year.
So that's my 15 right there. I got Derrick Henry.
All right. I only have one running back in my top 20, sadly.
You
They
just
don't
hate
matter.
running backs.
I do. Literally
Wow.
anyone
I
Exactly.
do.
They are
out
significantly.
there, you do your job.
I mean, they are significantly like less
Anyone
valuable now.
Anyone can do their jobs. There's like you put a lot of running backs behind a good line, they're gonna play well. It doesn't the talent isn't as what it used to be.
I thought DeMarco Murray was going to be one of the best running backs of all time.
Exactly.
After that season in Dallas.
All right, number 17. I'm gonna agree with Zach. Wait, no, I'm not gonna agree. Never mind. But I'm gonna have the
Okay.
same position as Zach did. I have Fred Warner at 17, who I think Zach probably is the number one. He's my number one best middle linebacker in the NFL.
I like it.
Him and Dre Greenlaw are the best linebacker duo in the NFL.
I agree.
I don't think I've either had Warner like as an honorable mention to like 20. This is probably the highest I've ever put him, but he's just so consistently good. He's a beast. Number 16, Trevor had him a little lower, but had him in his top 20. I like this guy better than Bosa's. He's an absolute disaster to try game plan against. And I don't know if you ever watched videos of this guy. He tries to drive any quarterback he's ever played insane. I got
Yeah,
Max
Max.
Crosby. He's a beast. I still feel like doesn't get enough recognition just playing for the Raiders, but he's one of the best defense players in the NFL, and he's just a beast.
Nobody gets enough recognition playing for the Raiders.
That is true. And honestly, it's like The Raiders don't have great defense. Like, it's not like there's another scary pass rusher. Like, he gets double teamed a lot, and he's still put in big numbers.
Yeah, he's very, very, very good.
All right, and then number 15, I got the biggest douchebag in the NFL. I despise this man. I thought he was washed, but he had an absolutely incredible end of the season, postseason run. I got the best tight end in the NFL, Travis McDouchebag.
At 15?
At 15.
That seems
Wow.
too
I
Can't
disagree
block.
with that.
Can't block.
I disagree with that.
okay. He's not an offensive lineman, dog.
He's
I
a tight
disagree.
end. That's their job.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, but why is it his job?
What do you mean? Why is it his job? Tight end. It was
It's-
literally a position that is supposed to be block and catch.
Okay, but they just won a ring.
okay.
That's
He didn't
not an
block
argument.
anybody. They
That's
won
not
a
an
ring.
argument, especially when you're talking about player. That's not an argument.
Said, idiot.
Okay, he doesn't block enough. They just won a ring. And it was like pretty much like
And Trevor,
Trevor, you-
I actually argue not even the blocking thing. Go back and look at his season and go back and look at the early playoffs. It was a travesty.
Yeah, he did not
That was good.
play
That was
good
ironic.
this year.
Kind of.
That was good.
That was a good one.
good.
I like that.
He was like, I mean, he just had a bad season for him. He was still like a top.
He just didn't. He was more.
He was dropping. He was
field.
dropping pass after pass after pass.
I think he's just
Yeah,
enjoying.
you
it.
tell him, Zane. You tell him.
I wonder if Zach still. Zach, do you still kill over him?
Yeah,
Ooh.
You still
Zach-
Kittle
what?
can block.
Zach cares about blocking, and honestly,
I care about blocking because it's.
Here's my
Yeah,
other-
George Kittle blocked really well in the Super Bowl. He
Here's-
had a great day blocking.
here's my other way too early prediction. I think Sam Laporta might reach the top 20. He might be the best time in the NFL by the end of the
Oh, I
next
did
season.
want to give him a line.
He did
Yeah,
great.
he's getting up there for sure.
And he actually blocks too. Unlike
He does
Cool.
block.
Two
Yeah, that's
receptions
true.
for 4 yards in the
Block.
Super Bowl. That's great. They lost.
Let's talk about Sam Laporta.
Oh, my bad.
All right, Trevor, you're saying.
What are we, 14 to 12?
Yep, 14-12.
Yep, sir.
14. This was kind of. I finished this list up tonight, and I don't know why I put this guy over CD, but I guess it's allowed. Like, they're both like bona fide wide receiver ones. They both had insane years. They both get paid a lot. They both deserve to be paid a lot. You could put these guys one at 14 and one at 17 on my list, but at 14 I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Just an amazing year for him. 120
Over
catches.
CD though?
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I probably would have had CD. I probably should have had CD at 14 and Amon-Ra at 17. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. 13.
Interesting.
Zach had him a little lower, but I have Roquan Smith. He's just a beast. Like, he's just a magnet to the ball. Like,
Yep.
he can fly around the field. He can stuff the run. He can blitz the passer. He can take on a double team. Roquan Smith is incredible. He's the highest paid linebacker ever, I think, and he deserves to be. And then at number 12, I thought it was kind of ironic that you asked Zach how close you have him to linebacker 1, because I have Roquan Smith at 13 and I have Fred Warner at 12. So, yeah, they're both very similar to me. I think Fred just does more like, as a leader, as like the unit, but it's extremely close.
I feel like-
and I have those guys. They're pretty much 1A, 1B, but
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with putting Roquan Smith
I feel
at
like-
linebacker 2.
Roquan was good in Chicago, but like since he got to Baltimore, he's just taking it another level.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Because like it didn't used to be close. Like DeMario Davis maybe was like linebacker 2, but
Miles
it
Davis
was
used to be good.
it was pretty far behind him and Warner. But now it's like it's getting close.
Very, very true. Alrighty. At number 14, we're starting off with a guy that's been mentioned already. Oh, gosh. Something happened. Okay, we're good. We have Nick Bosa at 14.
Nicky.
He's fallen from my list after a pretty mediocre year last year. The defense struggled a little bit for San Francisco early on, and the pass rush struggled all year getting to the quarterback. Whether that was teams scheming to double team him or whatnot, I don't know. I didn't watch enough 49ers football to really know. That was a good sack, though. Of course, it was Daniel Jones, so everyone sacked Daniel Jones this year. But I have Nick Bosa there at 14. At 13, I have a guy who you can't find highlight film of because He's an offensive lineman. He's dropping passes. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable. But I have Zach Martin. Guard position, very underappreciated position in the NFL. He is the interior of that Cowboys O-line. Exceptional run blocker, exceptional pass blocker. I mean, he's the guy that's got to take on the best defensive tackles in football, and he fails almost never. So I really like Zach Martin. I think he's a great player. He's also my brother. So, I mean, look at this. Get off the ball, Christian Wilkins. You're not welcome here. I mean, he's really, really good at what he does. Really, really good at what he
He's
does.
good. He's one of my first off, but he's beast.
Next up, I got CeeDee Lamb at 12.
I like that.
He's a very, very good wide receiver. I mean, anyone that can make Dak look decent is pretty good.
Respect Dak.
Nobody respects
Dak
that.
was an honorable mention for me.
What?
He had a better season than CJ Stroud.
What?
Yeah, he did. He had a better season than CJ Stroud.
How?
36
What
touchdowns.
metrics?
Don't talk to me about stats. Did you
Okay,
watch
better
the game or
season.
not?
By
Better
what
season.
metrics?
Wow, go
Stroud
back to
threw
me
what?
on that one.
24 touchdowns?
Don't talk to me about stats.
It's
Did you watch
touchdowns.
the game or
These
not?
are not stats. These are touchdowns.
Oh, do you want to see the amount of times you said touchdowns don't matter, stats don't matter?
I never
Only
said
agree.
touchdowns don't matter.
Yes, you have.
I've said that.
Did Josh Allen's touchdowns matter?
Yes, but his turnovers
Zach,
matter a
please
lot
find
too.
Dude, as many times as Trevor has said, like, I don't care about stats, watch football.
And then he brings
And
it
then he
up.
starts bringing up stats to defend
I'm
Dak
bringing up
Prescott.
touchdowns.
Wild.
I'm bringing up touchdowns. It's the quarterback's job to
No,
go
you-
down the field and score.
When Zach said Josh Allen was the best quarterback in the NFL, and he also mentioned having the most touchdowns in the NFL by a wide margin, you kind of laughed that off and saying it didn't matter.
A
Yeah.
lot of touchdowns is good. It's good. But a lot of turnovers can bring down good things. It can take away from the good. What did Dak have? 9 picks, 8 picks?
He had 3 in a
What
playoff
if Zach
game.
besides
Dak had a better season than CJ Stroud. Let's not be insane.
Well, I mean, CJ Stroud won a playoff game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not only that, how many interceptions did CJ Stroud have in the
Yeah.
regular season?
Who had the better team around them?
Yeah, I thought this was our
Okay, so
year.
who had a better
Cowboys
season?
Super Bowl, Trevor. What happened?
Yeah.
They have the better team around them. They
What
have the better
happened?
offense, and that's why
Cowboys
he had a
Super
better
Bowl.
season.
I'll tell you what happened.
A better season.
Yes.
Dak
Okay,
decided he wasn't going to play football today, and he decided not to show up.
You guys see Dak's haircut?
Yeah, he looks like Jalen.
Yeah, he does. It's hilarious.
He looks like what?
He looks like Jalen Hurts now. He got like the exact Jalen Hurts goatee they used to have. Now Hurts doesn't have a beard, and it looks weird.
That's
But-
strange. Okay. But that's 14 through 12. Carrie, you're up.
All right. 14, he had a down season. 2023, he was injured. End of the year. Not a huge fan of this guy, but he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I got Joe Burrow at 14.
He is not in my top 20.
What the hell?
He is not in my top 20.
Is that to Zach or me, Zane?
What the hell?
I think
You
it's
have
to
Joe
you.
Burrow how high?
14.
Damn, brother.
Sadly,
14 is pretty high, dude.
I value quarterbacks higher, I guess, than you guys do.
Well, he
That's-
had more bad games than he had good games this year, Carrie.
I don't base it off of this year. I'm also basing it off next year because me and Trevor disagreed how to do this, but mine's based on hitting the
Top
next
20
year, so
players of the season.
Oh my God, Carrie! I don't know about that one, buddy.
You love that one, buddy.
I don't know about that one, buddy.
All right, number 13. I got my first O lineman on the board. He only gave up 1 sack this season, and if I'm taking O lineman to build my team around, like Trevor mentioned earlier, I'm taking this guy. I got
Right.
Penei Sewell out of Detroit. At number 13, he's an absolute beast, and he's going to anchor that line for years to come. And wrapping up at 12, I had him higher at the beginning of the year. He had a disappointing year, but I think he just has so much talent. Got to put him this high. I got Micah Parsons at 12. Yeah, he talks a lot off the field, but he gets double teamed a lot, and I think he'll bounce back next year and have a
Who's a better
year.
podcaster, Micah Parsons or Jason Kelsey?
I've never listened to the Kelsey podcast. And never will.
Kelsey's a better podcaster. It's not close. It really is not close. Micah Parsons kind of sucks at podcasting. Just gonna be honest.
Ooh, shots fired. Shots
I'm
fired.
just being honest. Like his podcast isn't that interesting.
Fair. Beerly's better. Best
Bailey
podcast.
absolutely is better.
All right, Trevor, you up?
It's barely better though.
It's barely.
Barely. It's barely, but it's better.
Okay, so I left off at Fred Warner at 12. Where did you have Michael Parsons?
12.
I have him at 11, so kind of close. Didn't fill up the stat sheet the way he normally does and really fight for that Defensive Player of the Year award, just like Cowboys Nation and pretty much every sane NFL fan expects him to do every year. But he was double-teamed a lot, still had tremendous effort, was able to get after the passer all year long consistently. He stayed healthy. So at number 11, I got Michael Parsons. Guy who didn't stay healthy but still managed to put up an incredible season, Justin Jefferson at number 10. If there's a full year, he's probably, pretty higher. But, that's life. So I got him at number 10. And at number 9, like you guys said, touchdowns are super important. But it takes away from the good when you turn the ball over that much. So I got Josh Allen, the quarterback.
That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculously low.
Hater.
Oh my God. Such a hater.
He'd be higher. He'd definitely be higher.
Such a hater, dude.
But he's about to be – how old is Josh Allen?
He's younger than Mahomes.
Dude, you type in Josh Allen to Google, the Jags guy comes up.
Probably because
That's
he's
crazy.
just got franchise tagged and he's in the news.
So he's 27. He'll be 28 by the time the year starts. He'll be 28 in 2 months. Pushing 30 with 0 accolades. He's a good player. There's nothing wrong with being
Shut
the
up.
ninth best
I
player.
hate you. I
This is a
hate you.
troll comment,
There's
dude.
nothing wrong with being the 9th best player in the NFL.
Dude, that's so
Did he just
crazy.
say 0 accolades?
How many touchdowns did he have this year? Like 50?
Yeah.
Oh, touchdowns. Oh, don't talk to me about stats.
I'm laughing at you for your own ineptitude.
No,
I saw a
No,
crazy
it's
stat.
not.
I know people are gonna have Patty
That's
up
not
there.
me.
I know people are gonna have Patty up there in their top 10 because it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. However, I did see an interesting thing, and it could be a total bogus, but saw an interesting thing where if they count the picks that got turned over by flags,
I don't think that was real. I don't
he
know.
led the league by like
Yeah,
a
I mean that.
wide
I don't
margin
know if
in
that
interceptions.
is.
I wish I saw that.
I don't think it was real.
But still, a lot of guys, they see the holding flag and then they just chuck it downfield. But I wish I saw that tweet. I love trolling them.
I mean, Mahomes used to get all the dropped interceptions. Like I think it was 2 years ago. He had like so many.
Yeah, this year it was Dak.
This year was Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Brock
They
Purdy.
should
too.
go based on. They really should go off of.
Brock
like,
Purdy and Jordan Love probably led that stat this year.
You know, it would be great.
I've
if they
never
just
watched
had-
Jordan Love before. I
You know, it'd be
swear.
great if they just had something called like defensive contact with ball or something like that, and that would that would actually. I think that would be more accurate to show if the quarterback is good at keeping the ball out of the defense's hands.
PFF for college does like turnover worthy attempt percentage for
I believe
college
they do the
quarterbacks.
same thing.
But I haven't seen it for NFL quarterbacks.
I just
They-
hate this.
They do it.
I hate the
Turnover.
ones that bounced off the receiver and counted the interception. Like I don't know if you got. There was a tweet going around the other
No,
day about Aaron
that's-
Rodgers' MVP season.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
he-
of them. I saw
No,
them. Yeah.
I think he had one
that
interception
was
by
bad.
him. Every other
Yeah.
one was.
Yeah,
by-
no, yes, I saw that video. That is crazy.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
crazy.
nuts.
What did he have, like 50 and like 4 that year or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. But that's kind of what I'm saying though. It should be based off of like the first point of contact. You know what I mean? Like obviously, if it deflects off a defender and an offensive player catches
Yeah.
it, it's kind of an accident, right?
It's more of a fumble than it's an interception. That's,
Yeah.
All right. Who's
Agreed. All right.
Zach's turn?
I went down
Sure,
to
sure.
9, so yeah, it's that.
We're doing last 5 together, right? So I guess we'll do 4 for the next.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next ones. What are we on?
11.
11. I got a guy who I don't know why I put him this high. I just like the way he plays. Having 9 sacks as a defensive tackle. Wait, was it 9? No, it was more than that. It's 12 sacks as a defensive tackle is insane. Again, another great player from a great defense. We're going with Justin Madubuike, defensive tackle of the Ravens.
Jeez.
Dude, you love the
Are you
Ravens.
having that?
What?
Look at this. Look at this.
What?
Look at that. What? That's an incredible play.
What number is he? 11.
How come it's always on CJ
92.
Stroud? Have you guys noticed that? Like all these.
Well,
all
I mean,
these
all the
segments
Ravens'
and-
good plays happened against CJ Stroud. Let's be honest.
You're gonna get killed for this. Zach, you're
Yeah,
gonna
he's
get
a-
murdered for this on Twitter.
That's fine. I can get murdered for it.
I don't get how he's number 11 though. You have
Barely
him above-
looking
As a defensive tackle, he was 9th in the league in sacks. That is crazy. That doesn't happen ever.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. I'm done with this. It's such a stupid thing.
Who
Do
was
you have
the
any
guy-
other explanations besides the sacks?
Who was the guy for the Panthers?
He's got an insanely high motor. He's a good run stuffer. Obviously, a good pass rusher. He clogs up the interior of the offensive line.
I feel like we could bring a Ravens fan on right now and they wouldn't say he's top 40. Maybe he's top 50. I don't know.
Oh,
That's
dude,
okay.
that's
You
great.
can
That's
think
the
that
line
to
of
be
the
wrong.
night.
It's
That's
fine.
the line of the night from Barely Carely.
I'll be honest, I've never heard of this guy until like 3 weeks ago.
How have you never heard of this guy?
You've never heard of Matabuki? I don't know. That's kind of wild. Would you take Matabuki or what is that guy's name?
Don't say
Chris
Chris Jones.
Jones?
Don't
no,
say that.
no. What is his name? Something Brown for the Panthers.
Brian Burns?
No.
Derek
Listen.
Brown?
Derek Brown, yeah. Derek Brown or Justin Matabuki.
He better have
I'm
Derek.
probably taking Madubuike.
I don't think he's
I'll
Derek. Brown
obviously
in
I'm
the
taking
top 10.
Madubuike. He's a better pass rusher. And he's still a good run defender.
All right, who's number 10?
Literally no downside in his game. All right, number 10, the best linebacker in football. We got Fred Warner.
8 sacks, 102 tackles. The DT. Thoughts? Oh, Fred at what? 10? I think
Fred
I
at
have
10.
Fred. Yeah.
Arguably the best defensive player in football, considering what he's asked to do. He's got to play pass. He's got to play the run. He's got to do everything. Linebacker is one of the harder positions on the defense to play. Again, I think corner is the hardest. Just the amount of effort you have to put in your reaction time has got to be extremely high. But linebacker is very, very tough position to play, and he plays it at the highest level. At number 9, current reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson.
At 9? He was the MVP, but he was
And
9.
he's two. You have Lamar Jackson. Only 2 spots over Justin Matabuike.
Yeah. Listen, just because y'all don't respect interior defensive linemen does not mean I don't have to respect interior defensive linemen.
I respect.
Chris
You don't
Jones.
respect them. You don't respect them.
I respect.
That's
Chris
the
Jones
difference
very
between me
well.
and you.
Yeah, be debated.
I highlight players at the top of their field, and you guys highlight the popular players.
Zach is about to be the John Snow meme taking on the whole Bolton army.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Just in the bag. I'm going to make that meme and post it.
Goodness.
Lamar, incredible year. He played exceptionally well until it came playoff time, and they decided to turn Lamar Jackson into Aaron Rodgers for no reason. But that's not his fault. That's play calling. Incredible season, incredible player, obviously exceptionally talented. He's kind of grown into his own as a passer. They still should never try and make him Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, which they tried to do, because it won't work, because he's not those guys.
That's fair.
But that's who I have at 9. Do I need 8 as well?
No.
No, we'll be going through
Very-
5 the next one.
Okay.
All right. 11. I've noticed none of you have said this guy, which obviously he's been very high in the past, but a little bit of a down season by his standards, but he's also getting up there in age. Yes, he's double teamed a lot. I think he's very good. But I also think you don't stay very good forever. I got Aaron Donald at number
he's
11.
My top 10, or not in my top 20.
He's not in your top 20.
Yeah, he's
Aaron Donald's not.
You have Matabuke over Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
Get
right now,
out,
absolutely,
Dude,
absolutely.
Get
Look
out
at their
of here.
production. Look at their production.
It doesn't matter. You
have
you just told Trevor it's not based on stats.
He did. Wait.
Okay, let's. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay.
Aaron Donald
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do.
Donald is double
Let's-
played every single play. Justin Matabuke is not.
Yeah, thank you, Carrie. Thank you.
Like teams game plan around Justin Matabuke.
mind
They're playing about
blowing.
Roquan Smith, not Justin Matabuke. Wait.
They have to game plan around all of them because it's an exceptionally talented defense with guys all over the field. Justin Matabuike obviously is a big part of that because he was 9th in the NFL in sacks as an interior defensive lineman.
That's an interesting. That's a fun.
Okay, so let's look. Okay, we're watching Aaron Donald highlights. That's a good move.
We're not watching anything.
Aaron
You're
Donald
watching.
highlights.
Oh, sorry, I
Come
didn't share the
on,
tab. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. This is a good move against a bad offensive line.
Getting double teamed, just going straight through them. Yeah,
Well,
look
center
at that.
missed his blocking assignment there. He's got to crash quicker, especially if they're going to double team.
Can't crash quicker whenever it's too quick to crash.
Facts.
But I mean, this offensive line's terrible.
Goodness, Zach. I can't.
I just can't. I can't believe you
No,
have.
Zach,
I can't
you
believe
gotta-
he's not in your top 20. I was waiting. I was expecting him to be in everybody's top 20.
He
Oh, sorry.
Zane's gonna forgive me for Joe Burrow for that one.
I am.
That's
All right, number
crazy.
10. Nobody's mentioned him yet, so maybe I got a little more than you guys do. I got Tyreek Hill,
You have him lower than I do.
fastest player in the NFL. He's the second best wide receiver in the NFL. He's a bottom 5 person in the NFL.
Justin Jefferson and
Facts.
Tyreek Hill.
Trevor, have you ever listened to this podcast? I've argued that for years.
But right now, like after this season they had,
Yeah. Again, as I said, this is all on the next year as well.
But the reason, so it's been 2 years since Aaron Donald's had a great year. That's why he's not in my top 20.
Let me stop talking about this.
I'm just trying to defend myself because I'm getting slandered right now, and I don't appreciate it.
Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill are completely different receivers.
so Tyreek Hill has 2,000 yards and he's not the best receiver.
Justin Jefferson missed like half the season.
Okay, well Tyreek Hill did it.
And Justin Jefferson had Nick Mullins throwing to him, and Jaron Hill, and the Josh Dobbs, who's better as an astronaut than he's a quarterback.
That might be true,
That is true.
but no, Tyreek Hill is a complete game.
I can't wait.
He
Till,
is the game.
I can't wait till he goes to jail. It's gonna be great.
So is Jefferson, I guess, but Tyreek Hill is more of the game than Justin Jefferson to me. Yeah, Tyreek.
I mean, I have them one spot apart, so I do. But now I got Justin Jefferson, best wide receiver in the NFL. I love JJ, and yeah, I don't know. He seems to really want Kirk Cousins back in Minnesota, and I don't know if he leaves. Maybe he'll be asked for a trade. I did see something about that. I don't think there was that reliable source about trading Justin Jefferson, but
Dude, imagine he goes to the Bengals. They do the LSU team again.
that would be. Joe Burrow needs more help, obviously,
That would be nuts.
but I get JJ.
Yeah, that's what that team needs. More wide receivers. That's going to get him a
Needs
championship.
a line.
He
Needs an
can't have the
O-line.
best wide receiver core in football and that be enough. He's got to have the best by a mile and a half
Yeah.
yeah,
and
right.
still not be the number 1 quarterback in the NFL.
Has anyone
Why?
ever been to Cincinnati?
I have.
It's in Ohio, right?
Yes.
What do you do there?
What do you do anywhere?
Ohio isn't real.
Okay.
It's not a real
I
place.
think Wyoming is not real.
I actually
Wyoming
know a
is
guy
real.
from Wyoming.
Oh, maybe it is then.
Maybe the guy he knows isn't real.
I think birds aren't real.
All right, let's get
Let's
back.
get back to football, guys.
Um,
Are you what? Eight?
So I said Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I have 8, 7, and 6. I had Justin Jefferson at 10. I have Tyreek Hill at number 8. Like I said, he is the game, but the way that he just kind of I know the weather was a huge factor, but the way he just stopped in the playoffs.
I don't think it was him.
anything against the Chiefs. Well, he wasn't even open either. He was getting jammed at the line too. He was I hate to say it, but he was Darius Sneed's bitch that game. Sadly, I really hate to say that because I love Tyreek Hill, but
Or was it having an inaccurate quarterback that can't play in cold weather?
See, that's how I know you didn't watch the game.
I literally watched it with you.
Trevor, you didn't watch the game. That's all he was inaccurate.
Yeah, what are you talking about, dude?
I mean, but like Hill wasn't open either.
He couldn't hit, dude. He couldn't hit bubble screens.
Tua didn't play well, but we're talking about Tyreek right now. Tyreek was not open.
He couldn't hit bubble screens.
He blamed it on Hill.
He disappeared in the game. Yeah, he disappeared.
Yeah.
He was
Tyreek, because Tua can only hit
it
the
was
wide
not
open
Tua's
receiver.
fault that he disappeared, that he was getting jammed, that he was L'Jarius Sneed's bitch. You think Tua said, hey, go be L'Jarius Sneed?
It is so funny how Trevor is so biased to certain players.
I'm not biased. The only players I'm biased to
Oh, you're not biased?
It's
but you're
probably
only
like- it's
biased
probably
to
like-
certain players. That is a
Felipe
lie.
Franks, Jeff
Look, I like Tua. I don't have any problems with Tua. He played bad. He played really bad. He was the reason they.
He had a good game, but neither did Tyreek Hill.
And to be, I will be fair to Tua.
Did Tyreek fumble
There-
that game and have like
Can I-
a?
Can I say this? Can I say this? I will say. So watching that game, it was very evident. Watching that game, it was very evident that McDaniel definitely didn't have the best game plan going in.
He isn't a good coach. I don't know why people.
Yes,
hype
he
him.
is.
No, he isn't.
He's not elite.
He
He's not a
disappears
top
in every-
three, top four
He's
coach.
horrible play calling in every big game.
But if you can't get a top 4 or 5 coach in the NFL, like you'll take my.
He's a better OC than he is a head coach.
I don't know.
So to wrap that whole conversation up, Tua can't play in cold weather. Gosh, Tyreek made a big mistake by leaving the Chiefs. All right, Yesai Garcia. I heard about a wild trade prediction: Atlanta trading some draft picks to the Vikings for Jefferson. Also great to be back on a live show.
Asai, my brother. We just talked about you earlier.
How's it going, Hollywood?
So I had number 8,
Hollywood.
I had Tyreek Hill. At number 7, I have Anthony Richardson. I think he's going to be the. I'm just like,
Shut up! I was about to say, I can't believe no one spoke before I did.
At number 7, I got Travis Kelce.
What?
What?
At 7?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
It didn't matter. He went out there and he was unstoppable. He was what I thought Tyreek Hill was.
Does the
gonna
whole
be.
season not matter? Except for the
I
Super
guess
Bowl?
not, Zach, because that
He
was
doing all right.
like, I mean, how I
Like,
think we
he
just
played
talked about
bad,
it.
dude. He had a
I think
bad
we just
year.
talked about it.
He looked old.
Yes, he did. He did
Travis Kelce had a bad year.
Yes,
not. Regular season,
yes,
yeah.
he did.
Okay. I
Go
thought the
back,
whole year
watch
he
those
started-
games,
No, here's
dropping
You're
passes.
counting other
banging
years,
himself on
and
the
maybe
head.
next year I'd count it, but if you're just counting in last year, you're the
This
one
is
that
the
wanted
first-
this just on 2023.
This is the first year
Yeah,
he
he
looked
had a
old.
great year.
He did not have a great
He
year.
did not have a great year.
Yes, he did.
We were talking about being watched all year long. He did not show up to the playoffs.
Okay, but he was consistent enough
He was
throughout the
consistently
year.
bad. He
He
was
was
Come on,
he had 1,000
Trevor.
yards.
his 1,000
Trevor,
yards.
no,
every
no,
game.
no,
He's the
no,
only
no,
receiver
they
on that team that
But that's
plays.
like, it's not, you can't say he had a bad year. Okay, he had 1,000 yards. It's okay. And then when the playoffs time and it's time to win the game,
Juju
he
Smith-
was the guy. And
Yeah.
What?
In
No,
the
no.
postseason,
He was not the guy in the playoffs. He was the guy in the Super Bowl. There's a massive difference. He
Yes.
played like dog crap throughout the entire playoffs and had a good Super Bowl.
No, he did not.
I'll leave you on that one, Zach. No.
I agree.
He
with
did
Zach.
not play good in the
He did
playoffs.
not play good in the playoffs.
He had like 2 touchdowns against the Bills.
He played good against the Bills. He played good against the Ravens.
He didn't do it much against the Dolphins, I think.
He looked old as fuck against the Dolphins.
The game was also freezing.
Oh,
He looked
so
like
now
he
the
was
game is
83
freezing.
years
I was
old.
talking about the Chiefs instead of the Dolphins. The poor Chiefs. I don't know why I can't find it.
You have to go playoffs.
Like, I like Travis Kelce. I have no reason to hate him, but
I do. I hope he gets burned at the stake. Nah, that's probably a little much, but
damn. But I will say he did not have a good season. Let's
Yeah,
be
so
for a
Baltimore.
lot of those dropping
Zach,
goes
what are you talking
against
about?
the Chiefs, huh?
What?
what is Zach talking about?
What?
70 yards his first game, 75 yards his second game, and 2 touchdowns. In his third game, he had 116 yards and a touchdown, and then he had a great Super Bowl.
He had 2 touchdowns, 70 yards against Bills. He had 111 yards and
How many-
11 catches.
Does it show how many drops he had?
I don't even think he was dropping in the playoff. He was on
He
fire.
did.
He definitely dropped
Early
it.
on, he did.
Oh, if he had a couple
First
drops
2
here
games
and
of the
there.
playoffs, he did.
Yeah,
And again, I think he used that to fuel. I think he used that to fuel him not doing that later on in the conference championship game in the Super Bowl.
I think he just got fueled by the saltine cracker, as AB would put it.
I think they were cruising throughout the regular season. I think he was old. I think he was slow during the regular season. So he was just doing enough.
So he
to
started
stay
doing
alive.
HGH when it came playoff time. Smart
And
move.
then, yeah, you get on them drugs when it's playoff time like LeBron, and you go crazy. So I got Travis Kelce at 7. At number 6, 6, 5, and 4 is going to be so fun. But at number 6, I actually think this guy's kind of a dirty player, but I like him a lot. I got TJ Watt at number 6.
He is kind of a dirty player.
TJ Watt at 6, Travis Kelce at 7, and Tyreek Hill at 8.
I can't believe you have Tyreek Hill below. That's crazy, man.
He pissed me off a few times.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill below Travis Kelce blows my mind.
So nuts, man.
Rings? Are you serious?
We can't use rings for anyone.
You can't use rings for anyone,
Sure.
period. Rings is the worst
Sure.
argument I've ever heard ever, and I don't care about anyone who makes a rings argument. They're stupid.
But, okay.
Is Juju Smith-Schuster a better receiver than Randy Moss because he's a ring?
See, that's not even...
Is Eli Manning better than Dan Marino?
But I'm talking about Travis Kelce producing all playoffs and in the Super Bowl, and then he got the ring.
So regular season doesn't matter. So you can just
That's
drop
what he said.
as many
That's what he
passes.
said, guys.
No,
Regular
he
season
played
don't
good.
matter.
As many passes
Regular
you
season
want,
don't
regular
matter. Might as well hang them up.
Only
The regular
one
season
like
doesn't matter.
Travis
Don't even
Kelce.
show up. Don't even play. Just
How many
show up for
players
the
do you have in
playoffs.
the
That's all
top
that
10 that didn't
matters.
make the playoffs? How many players do you guys have in the top 10 that didn't make the
It's a
playoffs?
team sport for the
0.
40 times.
Yes, I agree with Kerry. It's
I
a
have a
team
bunch.
sport.
How many? 0.
One.
What? Who?
Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
Can I
Yeah,
be
facts.
completely honest? If this is true, top 20, everyone should have at least one person not in their top 10 not make the playoffs.
I think I did. I think it was
Everyone should have because
I have
football
one.
is significantly more team oriented than like
100%.
basketball.
Facts.
Definitely true. Trevor doesn't
Very,
agree with
very
that.
true.
Travis
Alrighty.
Kelce is probably the best player in the playoffs. We're
At
talking
number
about
8.
the season. We're talking about the whole
No,
year.
Chris Jones and Legere Sneed were better than Kelsey playoffs.
That's facts. Absolutely facts.
Harrison Butker as well. He's
Yeah,
won Super
man.
Bowl.
Whatever. It's just,
Harrison Butker killed it in the playoffs. He was insane.
Dude, I love Harrison Butker.
Give me that.
At number
Waldo.
8.
Where's Waldo?
At number 8, you guys know I love these guys. You guys know I'm a big fan of offensive line. We got Trent Williams at 8.
Interesting.
You know he did not
Trent
love
Williams, the best tackle in football. I've heard Penei Sewell. He's very good as well. But Trent Williams still the number 1 guy for me. Insanely good pass blocker. Really quick out of his stance. Run blocks well too. It's everything you want out of a left tackle. Insanely good player. At number 7, second best wide receiver in football, we got Tyreek Hill. He's absolute speed demon. He teleports sometimes. It's kind of crazy. Look at that, teleported. That guy didn't even know what happened. He teleported. He was gone. Tyreek Hill had an insane year. Had a healthy Tua. Teleported again. Look at that. Teleported. Look at that. They can't even touch him. It's ridiculous. Definitely deserving of a top 10. Tyreek Hill. And then last but not least, number 6. Oh, gosh. Sneeze.
Bless you.
Legarius Sneeze.
Serious sneeze. At number 6, I got Mr. Chris Jones. Had an insane playoff run, an insane season.
You might have.
Exceptional interior defensive lineman. Big fan of this guy. He's a free agent this offseason. Was not tagged. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up because it could be almost anywhere.
All right, Kerry's turn.
He's no Justin Tucker. I assume you're talking about Harrison Butker.
Yeah, that's what he's
Justin
talking about.
Tucker did not have a great year this year. Harrison
How old
Butker had a better
How old
season.
is Justin Tucker now?
He's old. Guys,
Right,
what is
Gary.
he? 30,
Who you got?
36. Is he
What are we
36?
on? All right, number 8. I got the reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson. Choked in the playoffs as he always does, but another excellent season, and he's one of the best in the game. Nobody can do what Lamar does.
34.
Yeah. I don't feel like explaining more about that.
Okay.
Number 7, I got the reigning defensive player of the year. I got Myles Garrett. I don't know. Has he been mentioned by any of you yet?
No.
No, I don't know.
I have 3 straight defensive players, and all of them are kind of, interchangeable for me. They're the 3 highest defensive players I have in the league, and I don't hate if you put one above the other. They're all different in their own ways, and they're all very good. So I got Myles Garrett at 7, and wrapping it up at number 6, I get the guy that was absolutely dominant in the Super Bowl, helped Fraud Holmes get another ring. I got Chris Jones at number 6. He's the best defensive tackle in the league. Thankfully, Zach didn't put Justin Matabuke over him. Chris Jones is a beast, and you saw in that Super Bowl, he made Brock Purdy's life a living hell.
Yeah, he did. I'm gonna sub out Myles Garrett. I forgot about him
Wow.
for Matabuke. Matabuke's 21 now.
I forgot
Dropped all the
about
way
some
down.
as well.
Myles Garrett definitely. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna slide everyone down. I think Myles Garrett's better than Chris Jones, so I'm gonna put him at 6. Everyone slides down.
Actually,
Matabuke out.
is it my turn now? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
good.
So, just to spur on this argument a little bit, it's one that I love seeing on Twitter. 2 great players, 2 fan bases that hate each other. Like I said, I had TJ Watt at 6. So at 1 spot above, I put Myles Garrett at 5. I just think he's a little better than TJ Watt, and I think he had a little bit better season as of right now. But and at number 4, a guy that I think could block both of them. I don't even know. I was gonna try and give him a nickname, like some kind of like whatever. But I got Trent Williams at number 4. Did I just go all the way to 1?
Let's just go 2 by 2, and then the final one will go 1.
5, Trent Williams at 4.
All right, at 5, an insane player, a massive talent, someone that scares every defense he plays against. It's
Don't do
Justin
that.
Jefferson at 5.
I can't think of my mind.
Justin Jefferson.
He's insane. He's absolutely insane. Struggled to stay healthy this year, but I mean, I think if he stays healthy and we get a healthy Kirk Cousins, I think he clears.
Can we turn this off?
What are you doing?
What?
No, I was on my list of my notes, and I hit like the write down the audio, so it started writing down everything you were saying on my notes, so it messed up my whole thing.
That's funny.
Now Kirk Cousins is on my list because you said Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins should be on your list, honestly.
Oh, he might be in Atlanta.
Dude, if Kirk Cousins goes to Atlanta, Atlanta is the NFC South champion.
Get out of here.
Kirk O'Chain.
Instead of Kirko Cousins, he should be Kirk Cousins. He should be Kirko Brothers.
Kirko Brothers. At number 4, I think he's the best game breaker in the NFL on defense. I think he's a dirty player, but I think he is the biggest game breaker on defense, and that's TJ Watt. Without him on the field, that defense just is not the same. They're just not. And when he's on the field, that defense is a top 3 defense in the NFL, probably. When he's off the field, they are barely top 10. So I mean, like, he creates so much havoc in the backfield. He's good at swatting passes. I mean, he's good at protecting against the run. He's an exceptional pass rusher, exceptional football player. So at 4, I have TJ Watt.
Frank, Carey boy, who you got?
Carey! It's your turn.
Nope.
Nope.
Number 5, I got TJ Watt. He's the end of the 3. Watt, Jones, and Garrett, my 3 best defensive players in the league. They're all, I feel like you could fight for days about, especially with Watt and Garrett. People are always fighting about which one's better, but they're both outstanding in their own way.
Absolutely.
Watt's only problem is health and carrying his team. Maybe he'll get a good quarterback one day, and it's probably not Kenny Pickett. And number 4, I got the best offensive lineman in the NFL. Did not allow a single sack last season. Going against guys like Aaron Donald, Nick Bosa in that division. I got Trent Williams. He's a beast.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll get a few more good years for him before I don't he's gotta be like 34, 35.
Yeah, he's getting up there.
So Trent Williams, number 4 for you, Kerry?
Trent
I
Williams.
like a top 5 offensive lineman, Kerry. I wasn't expecting it from you.
I know. I shock some people sometimes.
I like being shocked. All right. 3 and 2, Trevor.
Number 3 is Christian McCaffrey. I feel like that's the lowest you could put him. You might be able to put him at 4. I don't know. But any spot in the top 4 is pretty cozy for Christian McCaffrey. Really does it all. Really the physical definition of a football player to me. I'm sure he could play defense if you put him at corner, put him at safety, something like
Beat
that.
Cooper DeJean on defense.
The man is just elite, whether it's running the ball, hanging on to the ball, breaking tackles, making people miss, making cuts, catching the ball, blocking. Just he knows football. He knows what he has to do, and he excels at it, it seems like, every time. And at number 2, a guy who just orchestrated the most unstoppable game plan in the NFL this year. Unfortunately, the only thing that came with it was an MVP. So I got Lamar Jackson at number 2. Number 1 should be pretty obvious, but I'll let Zach go number 3 and number 2.
Number 3, I 100% agree with you, Trevor. It's Christian McCaffrey. He had an insane year this year on San Francisco. We kind of expected this coming into the year, given his success last season with the team.
Oh, yeah.
In the second half of the year. But, still, I think he should have been the MVP. If it wasn't a quarterback award, he would be the MVP.
Yeah.
Because that San Francisco team without Christian McCaffrey is not near as good as it is. Just quite frankly. He is so good at football.
So would you rather have age not in the conversation, would you rather have Trent Williams or Christian McCaffrey? Both of you.
So it's just like for 1 year?
Yeah.
Who?
Trent Williams or Christian McCaffrey? Age is not a factor.
McCaffrey, what? For 1 year? Definitely.
Yeah, I'd have McCaffrey.
So who was your number?
I'll
who was
take
your number
Sewell
2?
at left tackle.
Zach, who was your number 2?
I haven't said it yet.
Oh, okay.
At number 2, I have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. One of the best. And one of the best potentially of all time. Although we don't know yet. His career's not over. At number 2, I got the man himself. I got Patrick Mahomes at 2.
That's a good choice.
Very, very, very exceptional quarterback. A down year for him. People are blaming the wide receivers and everything like that. And to some extent, I agree. The receivers were an issue. But all in all, I mean, he had basically the same receiver core as he did last year without Juju. And Juju is not exactly a game breaker. So it's tough to really put it all on the wide receivers. He didn't have as good of a season, period. So at number 2, still an exceptional quarterback, still extremely good. There you go.
That's disrespectful, sadly, but we'll let it
And Trevor, who did you have for number 2?
Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Are we just doing 3 and 2?
Yep, 3 and 2, and then we'll all do our 1.
All right, number 3. I got the fraud Holmes.
At number 3?
I was gonna
you
put
guys
him
are so disrespectful.
I was going to put him at 5. He gets so bailed by everything. It's just crazy.
Oh, no.
He's immense talent. But Trevor would hate me to talk about hypotheticals. But you put Josh Allen on that team, he just have just many.
So your
things.
list is based off hypotheticals. This is supposed to be the top 20 players in the NFL. This is the top 20 what if,
Sorry gets bailed out by his defense, his coaching, his douchebag tight end, whatever it is. Yeah, he's a great quarterback. But rings aren't everything, brother.
Then what does Josh Allen have that
Like
Patrick Mahomes doesn't?
the eye test from Carey of Beer League Football, and that is all that matters.
Yeah, okay. I'll accept that answer.
All right, who's number 2, Kerry?
Number 2. I got the man, the myth, the legend, my favorite quarterback in the NFL talent-wise. I got Josh Allen, number 2.
Okay.
Beast, you put him on KC, like I
Above
said.
Mahomes?
He just could not better. He can do everything. His turnovers are his biggest problem. And as you saw against that game against KC, he did everything he could have won. Not his fault. He can't carry a team by himself. It is a 53-man roster, Trevor.
It's not his fault.
Yes, it is.
He tried hard.
He did. He can't do it all himself.
He doesn't do anything on Mahomes.
Except he elevates his play in the playoffs. He's
And
literally one of the only quarterbacks that gets better when the playoffs come around. Like one of the only quarterbacks ever who has a higher passer rating, higher QBR in the playoffs than they do in the regular season.
It's like impossible to be more stupid than he already is in the regular season.
Damn.
But I have a theory about him because it really pissed me off. But the way he stopped turning it over in the postseason, I think he just tries literally everything in the regular season to see what works and what doesn't work, and then just tries to filter it out in the offseason. I don't know though. I got a long time for him to be on my list.
Yeah.
So we're all at number 1. Mine is obviously Patrick Mahomes. Obviously.
Obviously.
I know who Carey's is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Should I go then? Well, you finished out?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I got Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
All the stuff he can do, he might be the best running back of all time. With all the stuff he can do, that's a crazy conversation. I don't think it is. If he could have played like he did last year's entire career, I think it would be. But he's just an amazing player. I think he's the best player in the NFL. If his only problem ever was durability, and he's shown he can stay healthy in San Francisco, and he's just an amazing talent.
Yeah, he is just the definition of a football player.
Yeah.
The thing about football, right? The thing about football is that it's a game played by a 53-man roster. And the number 1 player in the NFL should be the guy that wins his team games. And nobody won his team more games than this man right here. Number 1 player in the NFL.
9 games, dude.
Harrison Butker. Look at this kick. Bang. Dead center.
I am so surprised. You're telling me Josh Allen did not make Zach's top 20 players in the NFL?
All right. Number 1 player in the NFL is Josh Allen, baby. No one can do what Josh Allen does. No one on the planet can do what Josh Allen does.
Nobody can turn it over that much.
How did I know that was going to happen?
No one on the planet can do that. That right there. No one on planet Earth can do this play except for Josh Allen. Watch this.
Brock Purdy might have a shot at that.
Watch this. Pocket
Watch
breaks
it.
down. He's rolling out. Look at this. Bang! Right in the bread basket to his bum receiver, Stephon
The
Diggs.
Titans said Christian Wilkins is better than Christian.
Yeah, no.
Interesting.
That's just not the case. What a throw, dude. That's incredible.
All right, I want to hear Zane's takes on our top 20.
Yeah, let's hear Zane's takes.
You all had some questionable picks. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pick my least favorite out of each of your lists. Okay,
Sure.
and this can be based off of where they are in your list. So I may just not agree, if they're really high end, really low end. I really, really hate the Joe Burrow pick, Harry.
Knew it.
I can't tell you, top 20 in the league.
I think Justin Matabuke, Zane.
I think that's.
I kicked him out. He's
really
not on my list anymore. It doesn't exist.
Oh, you took Matabuke out?
Yeah.
Who's in there now?
Miles Garrett.
You can't drop him from 11 to off your list, Zach.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can. I just did.
I just did.
I just did.
You can't seriously say he's 11 and then, oh no, he's not even top 20 anymore.
Yeah, I can.
No.
It's
you
very
can't.
tight. My list is very
Put him on
tight.
the ground. No.
The
That is
minuscule numbers
that
that I
is just
crunch.
clown.
The minuscule numbers I
You
crunched
just
to get
argued
this
about
top
it for
20
5
list.
minutes. Yeah, it's clown behavior, sir.
The minuscule
Come
numbers
on.
that I crunched to get this top 20 list, okay?
This man is
Because
a
here's the thing,
clown.
I want a balanced list. I want a certain number of offensive linemen. I want a certain number of defensive linemen. I want a certain number of quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs.
You just realized, shit, I put Justin Matabuke in. I can't do it.
No, first off, Justin Matabuke, if he's not top 20, he's very close.
No, you
Okay.
put him as number 11, so keep him.
And then the next person that I have to kind of roast has got to be the Travis Kelce at number 7.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I just top 10. First off, I'd agree with that last year or the year prior. I would give you a lot more leeway. This year was not good. Watching the regular season was like watching freaking somebody dragging their
You
nails
guys
across
remember
a
Antonio
chalkboard.
Gates
and I
last
have
couple
my-
years? That's Travis Kelce right now.
Yeah, and this is coming from a guy like one of my best friends is a Chiefs fan. We got to watch him drop passes constantly. So I can't. I mean, I get he played well at the end of the playoffs. I get it, and I understand that's just not a good pick.
I had him at number 3 last year.
Well, that's a fair drop. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Trevor. I'll give you that. And then I've got to pick on Zach a little bit, I guess.
Okay.
You know, because I picked on you two, so I got to pick on Zach.
So it's a conciliatory picking on.
Not
I like it.
necessarily.
It's conciliatory. You said it. It's
I
already
didn't
over.
say nothing, but I'm going to agree with Carrie. You can't just say you can't just switch out picks.
You
after
can drop him. You can just take him off the
You
list.
can't just
and
be
put him
like,
that
you
high.
can't just be like that.
Fine.
Not
Who's
even there
that? Who's
anymore.
20? Who's 20?
You can take 20 off the
Kyron
time.
Williams?
No, it's got to be my last defensive player. So I guess Sauce Gardner's off.
Sauce is off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know about the Matabuike pick, man. Like I get it. I get what you're trying to say. Interior
I
lineman.
just don't respect interior defensive linemen. They don't get the flashy stats, but when one does, it's impressive. And you got to recognize that. There's a reason the Ravens franchise tagged him, and that's because the money he would demand would be too high for them to afford. So you franchise tag him so that he can't go to the free agent market and get a better deal somewhere else.
Because he got franchise tag. Have you seen the amount of mid players have been franchise tagged in the last few years?
Okay, I'm talking about this player, not every other player in the NFL, Kerry. I'm talking about the guy that was 9th in the league in sacks as an interior defensive lineman. You guys, I don't think you guys understand how rare that shit is.
How many did Brown have?
Derek Brown?
Like 8, I think. 8 or
Like
9.
180.
But he had like 100 something tackles, which is insane for a defensive player.
So what'd you move him to? You moved him to 11.
Myles Garrett to 11.
Matabuke at 12.
No, Matabuke at
Yep.
19. Sauce Gardner off.
So just God.
I really can't believe you guys didn't have Aaron Donald in there. You or Trevor didn't have Aaron Donald on your top 20.
He hadn't had a good season in 2 years. What do you want? He's
Oh,
old.
He's getting
Sure.
doubled every single play, dude.
He's also old and not
He's
as good
getting-
as he used to be.
He's getting doubled every single play. You can't say he's not as good as he used to be whenever he's getting doubled.
I can
every
say
single
I
play.
watched film. I watched the games. Aaron Donald is not as good as he used to be. He's still very good. He's not top 20 anymore.
Top 20 player. Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Fuck Zane Smith.
I might put him top 30.
You put Justin Matabuke at 11. I never want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with Kerry.
Matabuke had a better year.
Is there
Undoubted,
anyone-
indisputable. Matabuke had a better year.
Was there anyone else we missed, Zane, that you would have put on the top 20? Or
No, I think you guys had pretty much everybody that I would have picked. I mean, obviously, you guys know a lot more about the linemen and stuff than I do, especially on the offensive side of the line. So, I can't really argue for
Second hardest position in football, offensive line.
don't
thought you
disrespect long
You just said
snapper.
cornerback is the hardest position in football.
That's
He said
absolutely
second.
true. And then number 2 is O-line.
He's like, hardest position in football is offensive line.
No,
He's-
second hardest.
Oh,
Second hardest is O-line.
I thought you
Number
said
one hardest
hardest.
is corner.
I thought you said hardest.
No, I said second.
Right after
Don't
in the
misquote
same
me.
episode, you say it hardest.
Don't misquote me.
Okay.
Third is probably quarterback.
I'm not misquoting you.
All right, we want to do some rapid fire before we wrap it up in our first off-season episode.
You go do it.
All right. Do you think Arch Manning will end up being a good quarterback?
I don't know. I haven't seen him play a college snap. Why would I have an opinion on how he's going to be in the NFL?
Wow. No, I didn't say NFL. I said good. I didn't say could be college.
I've never seen him play football. So I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not watching his high school tape.
All right.
Everyone's got good high school tape.
You still believe in Daniel Jones?
No.
I was never really a believer, so
I feel like you liked him that 1 year, Zach.
I do, but not as much as he's getting paid for.
no, I liked him. I liked him because I wanted him to beat Dallas. I wanted them to win the
Sure.
division.
Fill in the blank. Russell Wilson will be playing for the blank next season.
Buccaneers.
What?
No.
Why?
I'm joking. Completely joking.
I don't even know.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Raiders, maybe?
Raiders, not bad pick either.
Describe Jason Kelsey in one word. Gorilla.
Jason Kelsey is a center.
He's a
Actually,
soft-
no. Wait, I got a better one. The one word I'd use to describe Jason Kelsey was
Zane?
Was Jason
Dougie
Kelsey
Lance.
One word?
Yes, sir.
Fat
I like it.
with a PH.
All right.
He's cool.
Pick two wide receivers. Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, Puka, Brandon Ayuk. I'm taking Amon-Ra.
Ayuk and Amon-Ra.
Absolute, Zach. Oh, dude, we read each other's minds.
Amon-Ra.
It's not that hard. That's
Dude,
really
we
easy.
read each other's minds.
Yeah, not Garrett Wilson.
You know
Oh,
what?
I did
I
want to
can't
give,
believe Ayuk wasn't on your list.
That's
That's who I can't believe was not on your list.
Ayuk?
He's not
Ayuk.
like a rookie.
That's top 20.
Freaking, oh, dude, he's so incredible.
He's not as good
I
as
want him on the
Amon-Ra.
Buccaneers.
He's not as good as CD. He's not as good as Justin Jefferson. Not as good as
he's-
Tyreek Hill.
Okay, put him at 20. I don't care. He's got to be on there. I
He might
love
be top
him.
40.
I love Brandon Ayuk. I want
think
to
he's the
take
top
Brandon
15 wide
Ayuk
receiver.
and just inject it into my left arm. That's what
He's
I
not
want.
a top 15 wide receiver.
Not a
Maybe.
top 15 wideout? You're crazy.
I think he's better than Diggs.
Yeah, he's better
Yeah,
than
of
Diggs.
course he's better than Diggs.
A lot of people have been
I
than
hope
Diggs.
Diggs leaves so Josh Allen can suffer.
Shut up. All right, if Brock Purdy wasn't an NFL player, what would his job be? He'd be a
He'd
salesman.
be a really good concierge.
He'd be a salesman for John Deere.
John Deere.
He'd be a waiter. Not
Trigger
even
this,
a concierge. He'd be a waiter.
trigger this fan base in one sentence. The Colts. Brady owns you.
The
I don't
Colts.
even want to be mean to the Colts.
Yeah, I mean it's tough.
You hired a high school football coach.
Sure.
I mean, he's gone now, but you stooped so low as to take a high school football coach.
All right. Can you name an NFL player that played for both these teams, the Raiders and the Vikings? I'll go with Amir Abdullah first. There is a very
Dang
easy
it.
one if you guys can think of it.
Wait, what?
There's an easy one if you think about it.
The Vikings
Vikings and the Raiders.
and the Raiders. Vikings, Raiders.
Actually, there's
Oh, Randy Moss.
Yep, there's one. Don't look it up.
I didn't know that Randy Moss played for the Raiders.
Zane, you got any
It was like
idea?
1 year and he didn't
Who
do
am
it.
I picking? Wait, what?
Can you think of a player that played for the Vikings and the Raiders throughout their career? Don't
Vikings
say it.
and the
See,
Raiders.
Trevor's cheating, so he's doesn't get an
I
answer.
don't cheat.
Vikings and the Raiders.
Cordell Patterson. There's one more though.
There's one big Zane, can you think of a quarterback that started in the 2000s that played for the Vikings and the Raiders? I'll give you a
I
hint.
can't.
That started in the 2000s?
Started in 2000s.
Is it start with a C?
Tyrod Taylor, because I feel like he's played for every.
No, Tyrod Taylor has never played for either of those teams.
Oh,
I'm joking.
I don't think he'll get it.
I definitely
Do
won't.
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, no. I got it. Did he play for Florida State?
No, but he looks like somebody that would have
He
been a
does- yeah.
quarterback at Florida State.
EJ Manuel.
No, but keep going.
Think older than that.
Yeah, but like think of that same kind of quarterback.
Yeah, think same kind of quarterback but older.
Same kind of quarterback.
Oh, dude.
Zach, you got an idea who I'm talking about?
Give me a first letter.
D. Vikings, Raiders. He's better known for Vikings.
D.
He played when
That's-
Moss was there.
Is that the first? Is that the first letter of his first name or the first letter of his last name?
First name.
Think about if you were in the same room as like Jason Campbell and you like squinted your eyes.
But this one's actually a decent quarter. Was decent.
It's his initials are DC, Zane.
Diet Coke.
I should get it then.
All right.
Come
I
on,
don't know.
Zane.
Just go ahead and say it. Ruin it for me.
Dante Culpepper.
I should have gotten that one.
All right. Pick one in their prime. Clay Matthews, Chandler Jones, James Harrison, Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack, dude.
Mack with the
Mack.
Raiders.
Oh.
James Harrison's was a beast,
Dirty
though.
player.
He is.
James Harrison is a dirty player.
All right. Who's your favorite Baltimore Ravens player of all time? Anquan Boldin.
Ray Lewis.
Mine's probably Lamar, to be honest.
It's either Ray Lewis or Ed Reed.
Ed Reed's a close second.
Or Will Gahee. Or Joe Flacco.
What about
Yeah.
Torrey Smith, Zach? Or Jacoby
Torrey
Jones?
Smith's
You
nice
put
as
Willis
well.
McGahee over Ray Lewis, really?
Well, Ray Lewis
I said
is a
or.
murderer.
I like
Yeah.
all those guys. It's
Oh.
like I was a big fan of the Ravens in the early 2000s
love the Miami
because
boys.
they had all the Miami players.
They did have all the Miami boys. Lots
All
of
right,
them.
will either of these quarterbacks get drafted in the first round? Michael Penix or Bo Nix? I don't think either of them does.
No.
You don't think Phoenix gets
Phoenix has got
drafted
a
first
better
round?
chance than Knicks, but probably neither.
Name an
Really?
NFL player that wore number 15. Tim Tebow.
Dang it.
Wore number 15.
Ryan
Zane.
Mallett. Ryan Mallett,
Oh.
Carey. How about that for a deep cut, baby?
Yeah.
15. I don't know. Is Patrick 15? No.
Yes, there you
Yes,
go.
he
Yes.
is.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. What grade would you give this beer? Blue Moon.
Ew.
What
D.
grade?
Out of 10?
Yeah. Grade either A or 10 out of 10, whatever one.
S.
I'll
For
give it a B
superior.
minus. B minus.
I agree with Carey. That's exactly what I was thinking is B minus.
Oh.
Who do you rank higher of all time? Terrell Owens or Larry Fitzgerald?
Larry.
T.O.
T.O.
Larry.
I'm saying T.O.
Cook.
Larry.
Which of
Better
these
for
teams?
longer.
Which of these teams is most likely to win the Super Bowl next season? Just of these teams: the Bills, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Eagles, Cowboys, and Lions.
Definitely the Ravens.
Bills.
Be honest.
Bills.
Be honest with yourselves, guys.
Bills.
Bills have a significantly better better chance than the Ravens.
Although, hold on. They got Madubuike over there at the Ravens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Couple more. Pick
That
one.
defense is a lot deeper on the Ravens than it is on the
Way
Bills.
better.
2023 Brock Purdy or 2013 Colin Kaepernick?
Easily
Be your
Cap.
Cap win the Super Bowl. I'm taking Cap.
2023 who? Say that again?
Brock Purdy or 2013 Kaepernick?
I'm gonna take
Brock
Zane
Purdy.
can't take Kaepernick.
Brock
Literally
Purdy.
can't. He can't make himself do it.
Zane, take Kaepernick.
No, Brock Purdy.
It's Kaepernick.
It's
All right,
not. It's
It
dude.
is.
It's so
Cap-
not.
Kaepernick.
It's so not.
It is. That
Kaepernick
one
was so
year.
Not.
That
Everybody
one year he
knows
was insane.
Why? No.
Yes.
No.
Was.
Everybody
was.
knows why Kaepernick did well, and that's because he took over after a quarterback, after Alex Smith got injured, right? Took over for Alex Smith. Nobody had game planned for him. Nobody had game planned for him. They'd all game planned for Alex Smith, who is not nearly as mobile as him. So it's like, no. Everybody game planned for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy still performed. It's Brock Purdy every day.
Zach should edit this after and be like, Zane Smith suffered a heart attack after hearing that take.
Zane
I couldn't
Smith.
take it anymore.
Racist.
I can't take
Zane,
that.
you can make that argument about 2012. You cannot make that argument about 2013. He was a starting quarterback going into week 1, 2013.
Yeah, it was Super Bowl season.
Okay.
All right.
Just accepted it. Okay.
All right, one more. 2 more. Name a former Oregon football player. Justin Herbert.
I'm gonna go. Ooh, what's his little brother's name?
Patrick Herbert.
Name a what?
I'm gonna go Christian Gonzalez.
Former Oregon football player for the
Oregon
University of Oregon.
football player. Marcus Mariota.
I think Casey Matthews is here.
D'Anthony Thomas. There you go.
Zach would have. Fun fact: Zach would have still been a Bucks fan had we drafted Marcus Mariota.
Yep.
Oh, that's true. All right, last one to go over. Trevor made a mock draft last week. We'll just go over his top 5 picks. What are you guys' thoughts on this? His top 5 were Caleb Williams to the Bears, Drake May to the Commanders, Marvin Harrison to the Patriots, Malik Neighbors to the Cardinals, and Brock Bowers to the Chargers. What are our thoughts? I don't think Jaden Daniels is not.
I don't like Bowers to the Chargers.
Would you take Alt or somebody else? Odunze?
In my opinion, they should get rid of Mike Williams, get rid of the cap space, because he's a.
Didn't they already or not yet?
I don't know.
I don't know if they have
really
yet.
don't.
If they haven't, get rid of Mike Williams. He's a cap anchor. I mean, you got to move on from the mistake last year as quick as possible with Quentin Johnson. He's not the guy, and he's never going to be the guy. He might be an okay wide receiver 4 on a roster somewhere, but it's clear he doesn't have the hands to play in the NFL. I'd probably go wide receiver over tight end, but that's just me.
All right, then, quick, based on this, as of today, we'll ask this a couple weeks before the draft, where will the top 3 quarterbacks get drafted by? I'm going to go with Daniels to the Patriots, May to the Commanders, and Williams to the Bears.
Bears, Commanders.
Same as
Saquon.
for the same as you just. Oh, you had Daniels to Falcons.
Yeah, but I kind of see them getting Fields. It kind of depends on Fields, but I can see the Giants taking somebody. What do they have, 6?
Giants have 6, yeah. The Giants. Yeah. Zach?
I think the Patriots are going to trade back.
I did see something about that today. They want to stockpile draft picks. So, like, goodness. Oh, and there's a rumor that Jaden Daniels doesn't want to play New England because of the cold weather.
Ooh.
Cold weather.
Cold
That's
weather.
what it was.
Well, he's got to go to Buffalo if he plays
That's
in
true.
the AFC East.
All right, that's it for Rapid Fire. Follow us on Twitter, Beerly Football. Get all those tweets before they come out on the show.
All right. Anything you guys want to plug before we head out?
Yeah, man. You guys can follow me on Twitter at BeerlyTrevScott. And also, if you like NFL football, you probably also, a little bit, at least a part of you, likes NHL hockey.
I don't.
Whether you know it or not.
I don't.
But you like playing the game. You like betting on hockey players.
I played it twice.
I like watching the fights.
Can't bet anymore.
Okay, well, you're mentally infirm.
Wow.
So check out the Beerly Hockey Podcast. 3 guys doing a lot of great work over there.
Absolutely.
Check them out on Twitter as well at Beerly Hockey. But that's about all I got.
Follow me on Twitter, Beerly Carey. Give great takes every day of the week. Except for Thursday.
And at ZS Golf, also follow Beerly Out of Bounds on Twitter. So if you're getting involved with golf or just starting, it's a great place to kind of learn more about the sport and learn more about what's going on in golf. So yeah.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Beerly Zach. I'm the Beerly Boss. I do Beerly Boss things. I hate bridges. I hate everything about them. Who needs them? Get them out of here. I want to burn them all. And we'll see you guys next time.